Today on Why I Kept It, 6 Nimmt. So 6 Nimmt is a game that's been around for a long time. And it's from a name you'll probably recall, Wolfgang Kramer, who's known for much more serious games. I mentioned this before with other games. I love a chance to see a heavy game designer flex that muscle and put out something a little different. In this case, it's a pretty tight, small, light, strategic card game. Just a lot of adjectives there, but they all kind of make sense. Trust me on this one. But really, why did I keep 6 Nimmt? It's a good, high-count player group game. This thing goes up to 10 people. It's a fairly, short to mid-range. This could go a half hour plus with the right scoring situation, so it's not a flash-in-the-pan card game, but it's really easy to teach. Pretty simply playing, simultaneous turns. Everyone takes a card and reveals it, so you're not really dragging a lot. I took this to a new game group last month. It was a hit. People wanted to go out and buy it. So let me give you a quick overview of how you actually play 6 Nimmt, because it's not that complicated. You got 104 cards. You get a hand of 10, and everyone just takes a card and plays it. The 104 cards are numbered 1 through 104. You see here, they got the 77 card, 10, 103, 63. These all have, numbers of bulls on them. And your goal is to take as little cards into your score pile as possible, because that number of bulls is going to be how many points they're worth, and this is golf style. Points are bad. Points sometimes are bad in games. Let that be a reminder to me. So, the way you actually get these cards, if you are so unfortunate to have that happen to you, is they are played into rows according to closest number, always going up. So if I play a 50 and then someone else plays a 52, unless there's a 51 in a different row, it's going right next to the 50. So that number line keeps advancing. If you are forced to put the 6th card into a row, that row goes bust. You got to take the whole row. Occasionally there's a little bit of a strategic play where if you play a card number that's so low, it's lower than anything else on the table, you get to just pick a row and take it. So you might take a row that only has 1 card in it or has a really low bull count. And so you got some jockeying for position there. There's a little bit of poison cups, mental games that you can have with the other players, like someone's going to get screwed this turn, but do I try to sneak in with the low number, or do I try to do a really high number and just let everyone else ruin the table state, and then I'll sneak in and just throw my card down? This will make sense once you start playing it, but I will put one caveat out there. If you do teach this game, please remind your players when they take rows of cards, don't add them to your hand. It will always happen. If you play this with a new group, someone invariably will take their score pile and shuffle it into their hand and start playing it like you're playing Uno. And you'll have to start over and everyone will laugh about it, but you'll have wasted some people's time. The name here is kind of weird. I wrote a note to myself. What does this mean in German? It is the third person singular present tense of to take. So 6 Nimmt is to take 6, because you're taking 6 cards, you fill the row. There are other versions of this game. There's 11 Nimmt. 11 Nimmt I think has like stacks of cards going up. I've not actually played that one. X Nimmt looks really cool. I also haven't played it. X Nimmt is very new. It only came out a year or 2 ago. That one you're playing very similarly to 6 Nimmt, but the cards that you take, you play cards into the public rows, and you also play into your own personal row of cards. So there's a bit of a balancing act, like which cards do I give to the public and which ones do I keep for myself. Really cool variations on this really interesting little weirdly named system. But if you want that game that fits in your pocket and goes to 10 players, 6 Nimmt is a very good game, and that is why I'm keeping it. Alright, thanks for watching everybody. See you around. Have fun.